All right, let's get right into it. At first glance, Google's new Opal and the n8n platform might seem like they're playing the same game, right? They're both about automation. But when you look closer, you realize they're actually built on two very different, almost clashing ideas about what the future of AI is going to look like. So first things first, what even is Google Opal? And that's a totally fair question, because if you've been following tech news, you know that name has been floating around in a few different contexts. It can get a little confusing, so let's just clear that up right off the bat. You see, there are actually three different Opals you might run into. There's Opal Security, which is for enterprise access management. There's an open source tool for developers also called Opal, and then there's Google Opal. That's the AI app builder, and it's the only one we're talking about today.
Okay, so here's the most important thing to get. This isn't just a simple rundown of features. This is really about two clashing philosophies. It's about two fundamentally different ways of thinking about how we're going to build things now that AI is in the mix.
And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have the Google Opal philosophy, AI as the developer. You basically just describe what you want, and the AI goes off and builds it for you. On the other side, you have n8n, which represents AI augmenting the developer. Here, the AI is this incredibly powerful assistant in the hands of a human builder. So let's explore that first world.
So welcome to world number one. This is the future that Google Opal is trying to create. It's a place where building an application is supposed to be as easy as just talking. At its very core, Opal is all about tearing down the technical walls. Its whole reason for existing is right there in that motto: describe it, don't code it. It's aimed squarely at people who have a great idea for a tool, but have absolutely no idea how to write the code to make it happen.
And this is the perfect way to picture it. Think about a marketing manager. They're not a developer. They don't care about APIs or databases. They have a problem right now. They need 5 different ways to talk about a new product, and they need it yesterday. They just want the result, and that's exactly who Opal is for.
So you can see where this is going, right? Opal's sweet spot is for things like spinning up a quick prototype to show your boss, or building a little internal tool to make your own job easier, generating content, ad copy, maybe even a simple quiz. The key words here are speed, ideas, and low-stakes experiments.
Okay, now let's completely switch gears. We're stepping into a totally different universe. World number 2. This is the world of n8n, where the whole idea is to give technical people more power, not take it away.
You see, n8n is all about empowerment through control. It's built for the folks who already understand how things tick and need a tool that gives them the precision of code, but in a much faster visual way. You get the best of both worlds, a drag-and-drop interface and the power to get your hands dirty with code when you need to.
And just check out the user here, a DevOps engineer. This is a whole different ballgame. We're not talking about generating social media posts. We're talking about a mission-critical pipeline for deploying software. Every single step has to be perfect, reliable, and auditable. There's just no room for error or ambiguity.
And this is n8n's home turf. This is the heavy lifting. We're talking about automating complicated business processes, syncing data between a dozen different systems, or building sophisticated AI agents where you, the human, are in complete control of the logic. Okay, so we've seen the two worlds. We get the two philosophies, but there's one single factor that creates the biggest dividing line between them. And it's not the user interface. It's something way more fundamental: how it's deployed.
And boom, here it is. Google Opal, it lives on Google's cloud. Period. That's your only option. But n8n gives you a choice. You can use their managed cloud service, or, and this is the part that changes everything, you can host the entire thing yourself on your own servers. Now that might sound like a minor technical detail, but trust me, the implications are huge.
Because for so many businesses out there, especially enterprises, there is one non-negotiable requirement that makes this the single most important factor.
And that non-negotiable is total control over their data. This is why self-hosting isn't just a feature, it's an absolute game changer. It means your data never has to leave your control. Your sensitive customer info stays inside your own secure walls. For industries dealing with regulations like GDPR or HIPAA, it's often the only way to stay compliant. You can even run it completely air-gapped, totally disconnected from the internet for maximum security. That's a level of control a cloud-only tool just can't give you. So, when you lay it all out like this, the differences are just stark. You've got the target audience, AI integration, how they're triggered, but pay close attention to those last 3 rows: deployment, data control, and security.
For any serious business or enterprise, those are the lines that draw a crystal clear boundary between these tools.
Which, of course, brings us to the big question for you. Now that you understand these two completely different worlds, how do you figure out which one you belong in?
And here's the thing, it's really tempting to ask, so which one's better? But that's honestly the wrong question. It's not about better or worse. It's about making a smart, strategic choice based on your team, your project, and your goals.
So here's a quick and easy framework. First step, who's building it? If it's non-technical folks, you're leaning toward Opal. If it's your tech team, you're looking at n8n. Step 2, what are you trying to do? A quick prototype? That screams Opal. A robust production-ready system? That's an n8n job. 3, and this is the big one, data security. If your data absolutely cannot leave your infrastructure, well, n8n is your answer. And finally, how complex is the thing you're building? The more twists, turns, and custom logic you need, the more you'll need the control that n8n gives you.
And that's really the bottom line here. Google Opal is this amazing peek into a future where anyone can create with AI. It's a tool for ideation. n8n is a beast of a platform for the real-world, here-and-now challenges of automation. It's a tool for orchestration. They're not even really competitors. They're champions of two totally different domains.
Which, of course, leaves us with one last question to chew on. As AI gets easier to use and automation gets more intelligent, are these two worlds going to start bleeding into each other? Will they eventually merge? Or will there always be a clear line in the sand between the world of describing and the world of building? That is something we'll all have to watch.